Hey guys, Deneen here with a walkthrough of my Week in the Life 2024 album that I completed probably the week before last, and I am so excited to have everything done. Love doing the project. I'm so excited that I decided to do it this year. I'm really glad that I did not go with the original feeling I had of, do I have enough stories? Am I going to be able to follow through with this? All of those thoughts kind of went away, and I was just thrilled to be documenting during that course of that week. And so now having everything done just kind of is the icing on the cake. So as I showed everybody on the Allie Edwards blog, I began with the 4x6 card stories of this week and my reason why on the back side. My next page in the album is just a 2x2 page protector with the different pieces of ephemera that I collected, and I do have more to add in. So those will just have to cut them up and get them into the pocket. So I will do that very shortly. And then, of course, I had a design plan, and I did stick to the plan. So everything kind of turned out exactly how I anticipated. Each day begins with the transparency piece cut down to 6x8. The Simply Remember card that I duplicated in Photoshop Elements so that I have one for every single day. And then the chipboard banner that has the day of the week on it. And flipping that over, we then come to the adorable little 3x4 pockets. And I decided to go with a song of the day and a saying of the day in that pocket. So the card just has photos on both sides. So in this case, it was a song by Simple Minds, and then whatever saying I ran across first when I went onto my Instagram stream. A lot of things pop up based upon some of the things that I have viewed, and so those were very relevant to my life. So that was a photo on the back side, and then again, the song on the front. I think I mentioned in one of my posts on Instagram that I chose the song based upon what was the first song that I heard of the day. And that was usually getting in my car on the way to work. We did that when we were younger. We'd go out, I'd pick my best friend up, and she would say, the next song is the song of the night. And so we would call that song the song of the night. It didn't matter what song it was. Then we were on a radio, so we had no idea what it would be. Now I'm working from a playlist. So I just hit the shuffle button, and whatever song comes first, I just took a quick screenshot. The story card is up next. I put on there some vinyl, some white vinyl with the date. That was originally going to be embossing, but I changed my mind and I thought that was an easier way. I love how it sits right beneath the Hello Monday or Hello whatever day of the week. The back side of that is vellum, a pocket that I made of vellum. I put the plastic day of the week on top of that. And then I stapled daily journaling to that. And those I created in Photoshop Elements as well, using the font that corresponds with the kit. And inside of each pocket is journaling. And so that journaling is private. It's a lot of my private thoughts. I dictate into my phone each day. And then all I did was send them to my computer, fixed up a little bit some of the typos or errors because I do dictate it. And so sometimes Siri doesn't quite understand. But I fixed it up and I put it in there. So that just kind of comes out. I have a little tab on there that I printed. And I also went ahead and put Monday, M-O-N, on there. So each day of the week is on there. That's from the 6x8 monthly stamp set that recently came out from Allie Edwards. And then inside, depending on how much journaling I had, some of the fonts are smaller or bigger depending on what I had to say for that day. Also on the tab of the actual story card, I put the date again, and that is also from the same stamp set that Monday, that Monday comes from. The 2x2 pocket page with only 2 columns is up next. I loved just printing out the photos. I did add a little blurb of journaling to each one of those photos with just something super simple, a few words, just giving me giving the reader and myself a little idea of what's going on in the photo. So that was fun to do. And I just used the passport stamp to cut them out and fit them in the pockets. I also have the banners. So I put the number banner on the front along with a blank banner and a puffy sticker. And then on the back side, Again, we have here another, this is a striped one, but a blank one with nothing on it. And then I added a puffy sticker to those as well. And then the Monday one is on this side. The circle is from the daily quarterly scrapbook kit. Just used a circle punch to punch that out. And on the back side in my stash, I pulled out some sort of circle that went along with the stories for that particular day. And then the last thing that's in those pockets is the selfie mini cards, the 2x2 cards. I only used the ones with me because this was all about me. And I just decided that there really, as you'll see, isn't a lot of us going on in here. So I used only that card. But obviously people who have bigger families or who have significant others will probably be using the me and the you and the us. So this kind of fit with where I am in life right now. And so that was really fun to just kind of batch print all of those and put them into the pockets. One of my most favorite parts of my week in the life this year is the half circle inserts. And for this, I put them in with the colored side forward and a selfie photo on the bottom. And then I kind of tucked in here just another one of those little circles from the daily scrapbook kit paper. And so those are just kind of tucked inside. On the back side, you will see, oh, that's kind of fallen out. Probably should adhere them at some point. On the back side, you're going to see I did some Photoshop work. This was my first attempt at working in Photoshop since I'm an Elements kind of girl. But what I did was I just created the circle shape with the word reflections repeating itself. And then I used some word art from past Ali Edwards releases to come up with a theme for the day. In this case, it was last year versus this year. And then the journaling that I typed was basically about that theme. And each day had a different theme. So I was able to kind of mix it up and, pull different word art in based upon what I wanted to say for that day. I then have the morning, afternoon, and evening card. I put a photo in each one of those, and on the back side is my nitty gritty card. You can take a look at that on Ali Edwards' blog, and I talk a little bit more about how I did that. Between those two pieces, I used the remainder of the transparency. And I wanted it to be shorter because I like the variety of different sizes of pages in here. So I made sure I cut it down. It's about 6 inches instead of 7 inches, and I put the pleather circle as kind of like a tab, right? A tab to be able to open and move that over. This is also, again, from the daily quarterly scrapbook kit. In this case, it's the digital version that I enlarged to match the size of this, and then I just attached that opposite of the pleather piece. Love the checklist. Made it super easy this year for me to just wake up the next day and check the boxes, right? What items were fulfilled, so to speak, for that day. And I have a whole bunch of different things that I added based upon things that I knew I would want to document that would repeat every single day. So those cards were super fun as well. The next pocket is the 3-pocket 6x8 page protector with the high and low card, and that has the weather on it. This is from the internet, and then this one is from my phone. And then I also paired that with a photo of what outside looked like on that day. I wasn't worried about what time of the day it was. I was just kind of, what photo represented what the day looked like outside. Flipping that over, we go to a lot of my photos. So these are just either 4x6 or 3x4. The 4x6 have a little bit of a longer journaling on them, telling the story of that photo. And then my 3x4s just have that one little, not even a sentence, right? It's just a phrase. It's just a saying. It's just something on there about that photo. The Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday 3x4 cards. I ran these directly through my Epson PhotoMate. I think it's called PhotoMate. PictureMate. Epson PM 400. And I actually opened the digital version in Photoshop Elements, added the highs and lows word art, and then typed the best part of today and the not so best part of today. And then ran this directly through my printer, which made it super easy to do. Flipping that over, we have the back side, which again, 3x4 photos and the vellum frames. And I wasn't sure what to do with those. I actually saw someone do some stamping with the number. So this would be 22, Tuesday would be 23. It looked fantastic, but I had already completed mine and I was good with it. I was good with what I had chosen to do, which was basically find something in my stash that went along with the day, and I just stapled it to the vellum Polaroid frame. So that's my basic setup for every single day. And as you will see, I followed it to a T. Every day had the exact same thing. So Tuesday, again, same thing. On my Tuesday, my song of the day was by Usher. And then, of course, on the back side, I have another saying or another phrase. That was a fun thing to do. I just enjoyed that. Every day I'd look forward to getting in the car and seeing what was the song going to be for the day. It was just something I added this year that I just thought was such a great idea. Again, the story card with the date, my vellum my vellum pocket with the plastic Tuesday. And then we repeat with my little photos, my banners, my circle. Tried to put the photos in kind of like a chronological sort of order, more morning and then afternoon and then going on through the day. Some days it worked out better than others, but I kind of did my best to get those where I wanted them. I also did my steps for the day. So this is something I haven't really been doing, counting my steps, but I decided that I was trying to get back into it. You know, how much can I step for the day? And so I took a picture of my Apple Watch with the steps on it. Here is Tuesday's half circle insert with the circle cut out. And then the journaling for Tuesday was in this season. So I talked a little bit about where I'm at right now in this season. Again, the morning, afternoon, and evening with the pleather circle. You will notice that my pleather circles are staggered. So Monday, if you take a look back here, was here at the top. And then I moved down a little bit for Tuesday. And that was to decrease the bulk in one part of the album. So I liked doing that as well. Flipping that over, we have my nitty gritty card and the piece on the back of the pleather embellishment. More weather, again, phone, internet, and then a photo of outside. And then my general photos. And as you can see, I was worried I wouldn't have enough photos, but I feel like I did a really good job of representing my story right now. And I didn't need any more photos. I could have added more, but I thought she was chunky enough. And I really did pick a nice variety of photos to use. Here is the Tuesday highs and lows card. And then we flip over to the Polaroid frame with an embellishment stapled. In this case, I ended up using one of the 3x4 sentiment cards from the kit this year. And it wasn't because I didn't have enough photos, it was just because I liked that one. So I thought, where can I add this in? So that worked out well. Wednesday, simply remember. Looking again, this was Taylor Swift today. So that was a nice addition. I think the phrase was a little bit shorter. My little saying was a little bit shorter, but again, it was random. Whatever popped up, that's what I was going with. I didn't want to say, no, I don't like that one. Most of them, because they are watching us, most of them are relating to, in some way, to what is going on in my world. Wednesday, with my numbers, my hidden journaling, going to love looking back on that one day and reading, where was I at right now? It's been a tough 6 months for me. So not all of my journaling is about wonderful things. But I keep thinking I will look back and I will say to myself, look what I did. I made it through all of that stuff and here I am. So that's a wonderful way for me to help practice gratitude, right? Practicing gratitude for each day and looking back on it and saying, I was still able to practice gratitude during a difficult time. My 2x2 pictures with my banners. Again, the me card. And then some of the me cards, you'll see I also added some journaling on the back side. That was with some sticker paper. I did not run these through my printer. I used sticker paper for that. The half circle card. The theme for Wednesday was Oh So Good. I talked about being outside. Morning, afternoon, evening. This pleather circle's at the bottom. And then my nitty gritty card with my checklist. The weather. My 4x6 and 3x4s. My high and low card for the day. And then again, the vellum frame with a piece or some sort of embellishment from my stash. Thursday, simply remember, the song for Thursday was Just Like You by NF, which is one of the songs in my playlist. Thursday, story card, and my journaling. Not sure if I had a lot of journaling on this day or not. You'll see, yeah, like you can see here, font is much smaller. I didn't want to go on the back side. I just wanted to keep everything on one side. So some of them have space at the bottom. Some of them it fills it up completely. And I changed the font and the spacing just to kind of get it all on one side. Thursday's little 2x2 pictures, banners, my little circle, and the same thing on the back side. So again, telling the stories of my day through little photos with little tiny pieces of journaling on them. The half circle insert, and this was thankful for. So I went through some of the things that I'm thankful for as I was living this day. What was I thankful for? Again, I moved the pleather circle to a different position. I have my photos for morning, afternoon, and evening. Nitty gritty. My weather picture, my weather. This one was not from my phone. I guess I forgot to take one of that day, do a screenshot. So I found another one that fit with what I was doing. So I used that. And then this is the standard one that I used from a website each day. Some photos are black and white. Some photos are color. I have no explanation as for what particular ones were going to be black and white or color. I just went with what it looked like. I went into Photoshop and I just kind of did a black and white and a color and tested it out. And I just said, I like this one better or I like that one better. So there was no rhyme or reason for that either. My Thursday highs and lows again. And then the last page with the frame. Friday, same thing. The song for Friday was by Lizzo. So that was a fun Friday song. Great way to start the day with a fun, energetic song. Story card with the date. My words tucked inside of the pocket. My 2x2 cards. And I also journaled again here and here. I don't think I journaled like that on both sides for Saturday and Sunday. This is the half circle insert for Friday in the color green with ups and downs. So I kind of reflected on my work week, what a week it was. That's what I did there. The pleather piece, again, moved more towards the bottom to keep the bulk distributed throughout the pages. Oop. And then, of course, nitty gritty again, the weather again. Definitely followed my original design. I just kind of went through and it made it so easy. I think this is the fourth year for Week in the Life for me. I'm pretty sure it's the fourth. And I will say that I've never pre-planned. This was the first year that I did. And boy, did it make a difference. I kind of knew in my head exactly what I was going to do, how many 3x4s I needed, how many 4x6s I needed. Everything was planned ahead of time. And I found it to be just so relaxing to know, okay, yeah, I have enough photos for the day. I'm tired of taking photos. I'm good. And then I would just be able to fill the pockets. And speaking of filling the pockets, that was so good. I haven't been pocket scrapbooking in a while. So this was just so nice to just kind of print the photos and put them in the pockets. Friday, highs and lows. And then the last 3x4 photos of the day with the frame. Saturday, again, following that same design. The song was by Pink, so that was the song for Saturday. I don't know what the little saying card was. I can't wait to pull these out in the future and just kind of read the sayings, right? You know, I was thinking about when I first met my boyfriend 10 years ago, and the sayings that I was seeing all over my Instagram and Facebook, and what I was looking for was always something to do with new love. And it was just, that was where I was at. And so now here we are at a different story. And these relate very well to where I'm at now. This is all temporary. Love yourself through it. So I don't know. I like that. And I like that I'm going to be able to look back. And I'm wondering next year, what will be the overarching saying theme for my year, 1 year in the future? We don't know. Nobody knows. Everything is a mystery. So it'll be fun to compare. Saturday with my journaling. Tucked inside. Not sure if there was really long journaling on that. Oh gosh, this one. Look at this one. I had a lot to say that day. Isn't that crazy? Had so much to say that day, and I made it super, super tiny. So, and that didn't bother me. I knew I wanted to include my words. That's where I was. Here is the 2x2 pocket page. And as you can see here, I had some words as design elements, but on the back side, I had another photo. So I kind of went with what what felt good for that day. I had more photos than words. So I kind of veered a little bit different on that particular card. My Saturday selfie. The theme for Saturday was better than expected because I went to a concert and it was exactly that, better than expected. So I found that word art and I added that in. Saturday, we're back up at the top with our pleather circle and my photos from the 3 parts of the day, my nitty gritty, my weather. Again, just getting them from the internet and my phone. And then I have a variety of things that happened during the day, the concert, my little flower, and a whole bunch of different things, cleaning my kitchen. Saturday, highs and lows. Best part, not so best part. If you have followed me at all, you know I am all about the whole story. Everything, good, bad, ugly, all of it. I am constantly telling the stories, whether they are, the best story in the world or the not so good story. I always try to put a positive spin on it, which is one of the reasons why I didn't put the bad story. It was not so best, which was a little more optimistic, but yet it's reality. So we know not everything is going to be wonderful. You and me, this is from the mini kit, so I was excited to use that because I did have a day where I actually spent time with other humans. Besides 14-year-olds, I spend every day with 14-year-olds, at least every Monday through Friday. Simply remember for Sunday, the song for Sunday was by the Daz Band, Let It Whip. That's an old song that came up on my list. And Sunday story card with the date. Oop, looks like my adhesive is giving in there a little bit. I'll have to put a little bit more on there. I was very, very light with the adhesive. I wanted to sew, and I still might. I still might get a bug and decide, you know what? I think I'm going to run this through the sewing machine. I don't know. But right now, everything is adhered in there. I may decide to just go ahead and put some more adhesive there, some red line tape to hold that a little bit better and not come apart, because you know what time will do. Here's an example of how I didn't have much to say. So you can see the bottom part is empty there on Sunday. I think Sunday, I don't know, maybe I'm like everybody else and I get kind of tired by Sunday. 2x2 pockets, little card from the 2x2 set, my me card, and then again, I had more photos than words. My Sunday half circle insert, and it was words and photos. So I talked about the project. I talked about the words and the photos in my project. Sunday's pleather circle was at the bottom with my morning, afternoon, and evening. Nitty gritty card. Again, temperature, outside photo. more photos in 3x4 with some, again, journaling typed directly on there. My Sunday highs and lows, and then the last page of photos and the frame. So as you can see, I stuck really, really closely to the original plan for each of these days. And that was awesome, having a plan ahead of time. I am so excited that I did this. I am so excited that I followed through. I have sat and looked through this album a multitude of times already, and it's not even a month old. So it's just so nice to look and just see, you know, that week. What was that week like? And also to see that I did it, right? I made it through and I did it, and I'm just so super excited that I did. Okay, as always, guys, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. If there's anything that you want additional information on, I am planning some process videos for the future as the summer arrives and I have more time. So if there's anything you saw that you feel like would work well with the process video, absolutely reach out and let me know, because I am planning on doing a lot of memory keeping this summer. I'm planning on working on different projects and process videos. So yeah, reach out. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope to see you guys very soon in another video. Have a great day.